What's up, Damon?
Hey.
So how did it kind of go tonight? How did you find out that you're going to be taking over for Joe?
I found out probably with about 10 on the clock. But in a lot of ways it's better that way, just go out there and do what we've been doing. We put together game plans as a staff, obviously, and, we pretty much know what we wanted to do. And Joe wasn't able to go tonight, and I stepped in. But, honestly, it's a collaborative effort. Everybody plays their part in situations like this, and it's been like this, pretty much all season. So for me, it was just a matter of going out there and truly not messing it up. We had a rhythm, we had a flow. We didn't make shots in the first half, and I thought that was the key. But in the second half, we made those same shots, and then defensively we picked it up and got stops and started running.
Did you talk to him at all before the games, or anything he said to you, or
I did.
Last advice?
Well, the biggest thing, he just said the same thing to me that he said, obviously, when he took over. He said, "I trust you. You're my guy, right-hand man, and, go out there and do what you need to do. I trust you to do the right thing." So, Joe is number one. Joe's a great dude. Got to know him a lot last year, and, our friendship has just continued, as we've moved forward this season.
Joe's kind of talked about running a free-flowing offense. What's it kind of like to, sit in the head coaching chair and kind of oversee that?
It's great. I mean, it's always a little easier when you got JT and JB. It's not a bad start, but this group has been together a while, so you can organize them, and then they know how to play, and that's the biggest thing. And that benefits everybody else. When they play well, everybody else around them tends to play well. So the 56 threes, I think, is a byproduct of what Joe's talking about with the free-flowing offense. It's a lot of feel, it's a lot of flow. It's not a lot of play calling, but it is organization. So the guys do a good job of filling in spots, creating opportunities for each other, and making sure we take good looks each and every possession.
What's kind of the importance of playing like that? I think sometimes people on the outside say when things are going wrong, why doesn't the coach take more control? But you guys really want to empower these guys, it feels like, to make those decisions and play that way.
Well, I think it keeps everybody off balance. I think the opposing team, they never can get a feel for what's going on. And so even in tonight's game, when JB and JT get flowing like they did, especially in that third quarter, then it's easier for other guys to start, playing well and getting offensive opportunities as well. So it's hard to guard when you have 5 threats on the floor.
I know, Damon, you've been around. I know it's 10 minutes for the game, but did you text anybody to let them know, like back in Portland, so they could watch League Pass? There was no notification. Your parent, anybody that you text and be like, all right, you might want to turn on TV. I'm have a little bit bigger role tonight.
My mother's in town,
okay.
So she probably caught her off guard when she came to the game. My oldest son is in town. My youngest son just left. He probably he haven't checked my phone actually. He probably, a little pissed that he didn't get to see it. But nah, man, I've been through this. Fortunately for me, I mean, I've kind of been under the microscope a long time. So for me, great opportunity, but at the same time, too humble about the opportunity. Sat in this seat before, not in the NBA, but sat in this seat, so I understand what comes with it. So just trying to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, and getting the guys ready to play.
But what's it like to have your mother here, just to happen to be here in this situation?
Oh, that felt good. It felt real good. Like I said, it's really random. You find out these things, spur of the moment, and like I said, you just go out and you coach it. From the standpoint, I'm pretty sure when I check my phone, it'll probably be a lot of people saying like, "Why didn't you tell me?" But I'm like, I didn't know. So, again, it's just. We got a great team. We got guys that know how to play, and they make it easy for you.
But this is your goal, right? I mean, this is something you've wanted to do and you've strived to do. I mean, it was for one game or maybe 2, who knows? But just to get to that level, did you any chance to take it in or take a deep breath or look around, or were you just like, let me just do this and figure that out later?
Well, I just honestly I didn't. I did, but I didn't, and I think that probably the most that I took it in was at the end. But I just wanted to sit down with the rest of the fellas, the coaching staff, because like I said, it was a collab effort, So, you rely on guys, and a lot of times, they're unseen guys and people that play their roles and play their parts, and we collectively as a group we do a great job of that. So, it was fun being around them and enjoying this victory with them.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is this 1-0, or have you ever had to do this before?
No, this 1-0.
Okay, congratulations.
1-0. Ironically enough, it's crazy because, on the other bench, Lionel Hollins is an assistant with the Houston Rockets, and he gave me my first job in the NBA before I went back to college. And then John Lucas, I worked out with John as a player for over 20 years. I had a place in Houston forever. So it's just, those guys are, actually it's crazy. Those guys being over there on the bench, and that meant a lot to me as well. And actually after the game, Lionel said, "Well, we was talking. You didn't tell me you was coaching." I was like, "I didn't know." Again, because everything just happened so quick.
And your mom was in for Christmas, and she just
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's she coming in from?
Las Vegas. She lives in Las Vegas. Yes.
Coach, you talked about the defense stepping up in the second half. It put together 3 consecutive stops right before halftime. Did you see anything differently in the second half? Is that more of just a contagious thing? Once you get one stop, you get another, or did you see something else in their approach on defense?
No, I think that it did get contagious. When we came into halftime, we did talk about about the last minute and a half, 2 minutes of the second quarter, but we felt like if we get stops, we could score, and then we started to get stop, score, and that kind of took over the game from there. So give our defense credit. We did a good job of keeping those guys in front of us, and they're dangerous. They're young guys. They're really active, and they won a big game last night. So for us, to come out here in the second half and turn it up, that was big.
Damon, for a couple years now, it's been with Jason and Jalen, can they both make the All-Star team? And now it seems like this year it's can they both make All-NBA together in the MVP conversation. What has allowed them both to take that next step together to get into that conversation as a duo?
It's funny because I haven't obviously been here that long, so all the noise of the different things I heard before I got here, I haven't seen any of it. And so with them, based on last year and then coming into this, the first 35, 36 games of this season, I think it's maturity. I think they understand exactly who they are as players, and they want more. And, I use this analogy a lot, and I told both of them, it's almost like when you first get into the NBA, you're playing against your idol or a guy that you really look up to, right? And so what do? You go get a good meal, you get a haircut the day before, and then you go get some rest, right? Everybody says the same thing. It's redundant. Everybody says the same thing. Jason and Jalen, those are the guys now. So they got to, guys are coming at them, and they're going to have to understand every night that they're put on a pedestal, and they're a barometer in a lot of different ways. So, but the maturity of it and understanding that, I think, has been big. And as I say a lot, when they play well, they allow the other guys to play well. And I think that they use our guys, and our guys know exactly where they fit within what those two guys are capable of.
Speaking of individuals, Marcus Smart, how much pride are you taking in his development and what he's been able to do here in these 2 years that you've been here?
Well, I think for me with Marcus, I've seen Marcus play since he was at Flower Mound High School. So being in college, I've seen a lot of these guys and recruited a lot of these guys. So I've seen them kind of grow up. And again, I think Marcus, has been really, really good this year. He's He's passing the ball. He's hitting timely shots. He's being an anchor. He's being a leader. I don't think that, his numbers always tell the truth about what he does for us. Defensively, obviously, what he can do. But to me, I see the growth. I've seen a lot of growth in him and maturity just in this short period of time. And, he still has a lot of room where he can get better, as a player. And, I love being around him. I love coaching him. And, he's been real fun. And he's helped me out a lot too. So,
Thank you, Damon.
Yep. All right.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.